Good evening and welcome everyone. Welcome to part 9 of my Final Fantasy XIV online cozy playthrough. This is one where we take our time. We read every unvoiced quest out loud. We explore everything in the game has to offer. We're looking, to take our time, enjoy this, and to kind of use as your, background noise, something to fall asleep to, something to relive your playthroughs, etc. At a leisurely pace. I've kind of just been naming these videos generically as Final Fantasy XIV, Sleepy Cozy Playthrough Part blah blah blah, and I've decided I think we need a name. From here on out, to kind of shorten the name, we're gonna start calling this the Sleepy Scions. So welcome to the Sleepy Scions, which is just the name for the exact same kind of playthrough that we're talking about. I thought it would be a nice nod to the Scions of Seventh Dawn, as well as the calm, restful atmosphere that I want the series to create. I find this to be appropriate. So this is just a quiet space to reconnect with the story, hear all the quests. Maybe there's something that in the middle of your playthrough you missed because there's 9 billion quests and you just kind of clicked through it and didn't absorb it. So we're here to feel out every beat of this journey. So yeah, grab a drink, blanket, whatever, get comfortable. When we last left off, we were investigating a situation where people in Camp Drybone were coming up missing, and we met that horribly unlikable douchebag Ungust, and who ironically or not so much was the mystery merchant in Amalj'aa that accused a refugee of stealing. And then, of course, a couple quests later, we were in Camp Drybone, and we walk into a bar, and there he is, there in all of his glory. And then come to find out that he was pretending to be a priest, and then selling unknowing victims off to the Amalj'aa. Or I'm not even sure. I mean, apparently for him for gold, but I don't really know what the Amalj'aa's plan is with these people. So we're gonna find out here pretty soon, I'm sure. So let's see. Let's fire up the next quest. Life, materia, and everything with Minfilia. Minfilia would like you to meet a distinguished individual. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs to be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. That's his name? That's his real name? Bubblypots? That's his name? Okay. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once closed guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Okay. So we are off to Thanalan. Alright, pillar of smoke, pillar of smoke. I mean, the map says this way. I don't see any smoke. That's the wrong way. That is a horrible, like, direction to give somebody. To look for a pillar of smoke? Like, where is it? I mean, it's dark out, so maybe I can't see it, but... They didn't do a good job explaining this. I mean, there's the pillar, but we didn't see it till we just stumbled upon it. Alright, Mutamix. Skaw? Who is Uplander? Come to Tintering of Mutamix bubbly pots. I have a dagger for you. Do your worst, Mutamix. Fighty tools. Drinks in airy self. It's gonna, he talks like one of these. When full of airy self, Fighty tool changes to Stony Shine, name of materia. Materia join with other Fighty tool. And Big Eyes. Fighty tool gains power of airy self. Caw. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Airy self is ether, I'm assuming. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of material. Uplander brings Fighty tool to Mutamix, yes? Skaw. Fighty tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia. The materia master. Now, eyes of Uplander point at Fighty tool, yes? She call materia. Join with Fighty tool. Fighty tool gains power of materia. Fighty tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take the Fighty tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. You must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of the materia to your gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours into a summit that would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Skaw. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learning ones of Mutamix. Okay, so this is a filler quest to kind of get me over here to learn how to do this. Swinbros wishes to disseminate the secrets of materia creation. So this is like disenchanting or something. What would you say if I told you that inanimate objects can possess a soul? They can, believe it or not, though the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armor that we use come to hold our spiritual energy. Thus, do we form a spirit bond with them. The spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear and enhance its properties. I am well versed in the ways of materia extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it would be my pleasure to teach you. You are ready to commence your learning? Good. As you will have gathered by now, materia is the crystallized form of one spiritual energy. At this time, as this energy is derived from an individual psyche, a volatile beast at the best of times, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. In practice, this means that you won't know the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped, see? And this is achieved by melding it to gear. Know, though, that it takes the deft hands of a craftsman to meld material. You can always seek others to attach material on your behalf, but if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you speak with Fabhas. Melding is her field of expertise. If you're ambitious to remove material from an item, highlight its icon, select retrieve material. There's a chance that the material will be salvaged. Okay. So, like, this is spirit bound, right? I can extract materia from this. Right? Can I do it right now? Quick tongue. Savage aim. Battle dance. I'm just getting all of it. Piety. So it's just a chance, is what we're saying here. Quick tongue. I've got all this stuff now. Okay, cool. Alright, so walking the spirit. I have to be a crafter. Okay, cool. Back to Minfilia. I think I knew that in the quest text, that you have to be a crafter to actually do it. But I can extract anytime. And then there must be people maybe in the cities that can enchant your gear. So are we getting a drink? Alright. Alright, Julia Gabagool. Let's go see what Minfilia has to say now that we've learned a somewhat minor piece of knowledge as part of this entire journey. Hey, I know people are being kidnapped, but can you go over and figure out, how to, enchant things with this dagger? It's probably the timing's not best, but that's what I was going to have you do, so, why switch it up? Welcome back, Julia. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Here's your dagger. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Julia. So make it your ally. Now it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you're ready to begin. I'm ready. That's why I'm here. I have to click on you again. Lord of the Inferno. Minfilia would like you to assist the Immortal Flames. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalj'aa to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalj'aa responsible for the abductions, so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalj'aa are anticipated to offer a fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Julia. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Alright, let's go to Drybone. Ah, you're Julia Capicola of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Sorry, I just hold on one second. Pop something out my mouth. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalj'aa and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizardmen aren't aware that their man Ungus has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we will spring the trap. You can't lift this? This little ass box you can't lift? Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we requested the aid of the Scions. The sleepy Scions? Or the fierce, meanie Scions? The rendezvous will take place in the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalj'aa plot if the mission succeeds, Julia. Let's make sure it does. Okay. Let's get moving. Every night I play, it's raining. Every night. Is it coincidence? I feel like when I last left off in the last part, it was raining. Does the rain contribute to the vibe for these quests? Or is it just an annoyance? Julia. Okay. A duty. It's on Gust. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalj'aa appear. Yes, sir. Oh my god, he's massive. They're all massive. What? What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Oh man, we got set up. Hee hee hee. Hee hee hee. Ha 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 ha. What a scumbag. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. A traitorous flame soldier. What an asshole. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Do you do not wonder how I managed it? 'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Gwa ha 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 ha. Ah, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. He. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Alright, guess we're killing a bunch of weird, I don't know, like anthropomorphic snakes. Alright. I need to summon my carbuncle. Dead. Dead. Sir. taking a lot of these guys down. Alright, now we're just on to this guy. Hee. How long will you last, I wonder? Alright. A halbardo. About to get it. Now another halbardo is about to get it. God damn it, is there no end to them? About to take them all out. Okay. Oh, so we didn't even get to the boss. We didn't even get to the boss, even though we killed all of them or whatever. Put up your weapon, or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you. They put me to sleep. Bring her. The rest of you, march. Traitorous scum. Flame Sergeant. I fear the Amalj'aa mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. Dungeon? A trial. Oh, this must be like a it's not a dungeon, but it's like a boss fight. Cool. The lizards claim they will soon bring us before Ifrit for tempering. If you're not seriously considering locking horns with the devil now, you're not seriously consider locking horns with the devil now, are you? Is it Ifrit or Ifrit? Listen well. These waters feed into the marshes of Drybone. A short swim will see us to freedom. However, if all of us attempt to flee, we are like to be discovered. You alone must sneak out and assemble a rescue party. Once you have one free, seek out the comrade stationed at Drybone. He will show you the way back here. May the 12 speed your way. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna hang out here. They're going to kill us, aren't they? Gods, I don't want to die. I want to go home. The lizard man marched us to their stronghold. They're preparing for something, and I, for one, do not want to be around when they finish. So when do I get to kill Ungust? Because that little shit sipper's had it coming for a long time. It's just unfortunate that I play an Arcanist and I have to like shoot a spell at him if I do kill him. Because I would love to be like a Dragoon and just spear him. All right. It's fired up. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you. Grace us with your divine presence. Whoa. Whoa. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you your ignorant savages, who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own. Bloody hells! Bring those two as well. What's going on? This isn't what we agreed. None but the servants of Lord Ifrit must behold the right of suffering. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more, as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all those who stand against us shall burn. Almighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve thy vessel to the blessing but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxes clear. Thou art the godless blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence not to be suffered. Alright, let's fight. Well, he's not all that strong. I think I just wasted 2 attacks. Another crystal. Whoa. So now we have two, right? The blue one and this one. Hear, feel, think. Pray forgive my lateness. Thank, Red. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalj'aa zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. That was hot. Phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Julia. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would have never left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. So, that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking old Don interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the... Oh, it's... by the... I was going to say the 5th Legion. It's the 7th. The 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We only have ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia? Promise me you will never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plan? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do so. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. Meaning, I'll punish you myself. With allies like that, who needs beware a woman in love? I shall need to be on my best behavior. Cool environment, cool cutscene, cool vibe with like the weird eclipsed moon and or eclipsed sun, sorry. But the fight itself is just like meh. He dies so fast. All right, Thancred. Ah, there you are, Julia. Come rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalj'aa will be less inclined to risk their wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be a whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once, a man is tempered. Ah, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all your misfortunes, all our misfortunes, there is still a reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hands, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Julia. Not that I would ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Menphilia would be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing of tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the waking sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail. Then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Okay, so we go back to the waking sands. But I know that I've been working on this hunting log for a while, so I need to go to Lower Lanosia. And we need to take care of 3, count them, 3 hunting log deals. Cedarwood. Where is Cedarwood? Up here. Meet moop mop. Yo, it's gonna be faster to go here. 1000%. The mount comes in the MSQ, right? I'm just like over leveled like a mug. Oh, well. That's pretty funny. It put me right here. Cave bats. 3? Okay. What's a Galago? Oh, that looks like a Galago if I've ever seen one. And buzzards. I'm looking for birds. Any bird? Oh, those are it right there. I see them. Okay. We did it. Anything in middle? No. But I can do this. I need one more for this challenge. I wish that they would like just, I mean, it's probably done, so you can't just like, anybody and everybody can just like group 100 up and then like AoE them all down quickly, so that like as you're doing it, people can see the percentage going up and then come over here and help. But with AoE, I could do this in 10 seconds, you know? Challenge log done. Nice. Okay. La 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 la. Now we have to go talk to Minfilia. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. Complete. My late arrival nearly cost Julia her life. I wasn't there when the Amalj'aa took her prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yet by some miracle she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly, just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can't ill-blame yourself for every... Julia, it is good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. We can put paid? As we suspected, the Amalj'aa undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar instances have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether. Crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well in the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed throughout the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which the primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the beings physical forms. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is though a greater power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Julia. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn of the identity of the hero who fell Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Is he going to apologize? Whether she intended to or no, Menphilia neglected to tell you something I think would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal, whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope you will continue to stand with us, Julia. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses of his people suffered. Till next time. Damn, I didn't know that. So they're just drones at that point. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louis Soir would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. I don't really think it's Thancred's fault. Probably would have been more had we not gotten involved. Just because he wasn't there to begin with. It's like... Menphilia is wearing a wry smile. Might it have something to do with your newfound fame? Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Y'shtola and the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner that you had joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Julia, or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons? Ah, Lady Menphilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Lominsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Julia, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Julia's deed spread so quickly. That the immortal flame should know of her triumph is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Tataru? Eep! Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Gapigul. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has needs of valiant women such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Gapigul. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend, as do many others in Limsa. Long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, owing to your valorous deeds on behalf of citizens. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lominsa to the shared shores of glory. 'Cause I'm arrogated, and this is how I talk. Lady Menphilia. Sigh. Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in the Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Lominsa, the Order of the Twin Adder in Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Simp. Very well. Let Julia hear our leader speak, and then return here with our decision. We eagerly await your answer. Tataru. I know full well that the adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join in your Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Julia, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that the great power is wont to attract attention. Not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of the location. Benfilia, you're giving me a cell phone? Oh, nice. Eorzea is changing, Julia, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Whew. That was a lot of talking. That was a long boy cutscene. Alright, Tataru. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Julia. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often to a few too many people. Sung your praises a little too loudly, and often to a few too many people. Next time, I will be sure to hold my tongue, literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services, and the Elder Seedseer Connie Senna will deliver her address at Miketo's Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling of all the involved parties, it's possible that the order of services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where the Flame General Roban Alden will be addressing the masses in the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there will be a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Laminza, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merylwib Bluefiswin will give her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthale, and he will admit you. You got all that? Well, off you go then. I suppose you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though. With your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Okay, so, I mean, you can go to any order, but she told you to go in a specific order. Which is peculiar, but we'll go to Gridania. We'll do what Tataru says. Alright, Tataru. Alright, to the amphitheater, right? Ceremony numero uno.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
Like humans and elves, right?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat.
Hooray!
5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on the
high
bloody
roads
Ixal.
without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
All of these people have horns.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
For
forest.
the elementals!
For all the elementals! I still want to know why they have horns. There's got to be a lore specific reason for that. And it's still raining.
If you'll permit me, Alfino,
Hello, Alfino.
and my sister, Alize, at your service.
Twins.
I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition and wont to summon their bloodthirsty primal, Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the same time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and therefore the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. And yet, how long will it take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? See you later, Alfino and Alize. Okay. Now to Ul'dah. Oh, I can return to Ul'dah. No, wait, never mind. It's Limsa. Eggy McBravo. That's a name. All right, time for speech number 2, I suppose.
Behold, 'tis the Sultan
Thanalan herself!
And Roban as well.
Why does she look like a pepper shaker?
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Roban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous?
Everyone's looking out for themselves,
I
dog.
ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalj'aa wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you, line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames.
Yeah, somehow I
Seek
don't think
not
that's
to
going to happen,
prosper
though.
from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity.
I just think that there's so many greedy little Lalafels that
As
like
the
it's never
realm
going to happen.
prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Yeah, for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Raubon?
Oh my god, this is so weird, dude.
People of Ul'dah, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people.
Sounds like something a poor
Beloved
person would say.
I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
It's so weird that like
Victory and fortune.
she's the Sultana and like she's sitting on
Inferno, for we are
like a army general's arm.
reborn.
Like the dynamic is strange. You would want a leader to like kind of stand up on their own. It's just I find it strange. I don't know. It's not my cuppa.
Fancy meeting you again.
Yeah, it is fancy meeting you, Alfino. The Eldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalj'aa, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Eldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So they have dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalj'aa are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Ul'dan send their forces to smite the primal, and even though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your expertise would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. Yeah. Ul'dah has so many problems, though. Like, I'm not touching it. I am just not touching it. Oh, I can return. Not touching it. I thought I ignored these people. I did. But they're back. They're back for more. I'll have to do that later. What an annoyance. Here to attend the remembrance service. Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
Nope.
It's sunk beyond
Are
the
they
sea bed.
Scots? Merlweb.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say.
There's a ship on it,
The
right?
crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our grand company was reborn.
Matey.
All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
There's a lot of quiver in her voice. That's really well acted. The salute is sick.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
Alphinaud's like a snotty little Redditor.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding.
Actually, it's pronounced xenophobia.
Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the minds
Those
of Ogumeros
fishbacks.
spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go.
Kobolds.
These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now, the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To
Those are
me,
strong
then,
words.
brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Gather the lads!
Seems every city-state has the same issues.
I'll follow ye to the 7 hells,
It's like
Admiral.
beast tribes and Garleans, and the calamity has broken us apart, and we're all just kind of like looking out for ourselves, and we have to
Fancy meeting you again.
hi Alphinaud, we have to unite to bring it all together, protect ourselves, etc. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Lominsa is plagued by 2 beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lomenzans' backyard. And that is to say naught of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the bloody feuds between various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lomenzans are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. They must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. Yes, blood! More blood! That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. But will you sail with the Admiral? Ling shell time. Julia, this is Minfilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted though we are to have them here as a waking stands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Get them the fuck out of here, is what Minfilia just said. Get them the fuck out of here. All right. Who am I gonna choose? Team Blood? I mean, it's pretty much thinking about it in real time. It's not gonna be the Eternal Flames. Like, I refuse to lend my hand to aid Ul'dah. It just does not align with my principles. Twin Adders is a really good choice. Maelstrom is also a really good choice. Welcome back, Julia. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye. Each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Julia, but you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answers. Alright. Who to choose? Who to choose?
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies, as though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies.
Indubitably.
Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Amalj'aa, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds.
So they're trying to rewrite history. Interesting.
Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience.
Well, he did, because he's gone.
There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I need to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I'm right. Upvote. Updoot me.
I should hope so.
Updoots.
My lady!
We are to escort
Indubitably.
you.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Yes, indubitably. All right. Who to pick? Who to pick? Not you. Salutes. Yep. How was the Admiral's speech? Ah, but you need not explain. That you stand before me now is answer enough. You have resolved to join the Maelstrom, have you not? Yes. That's the spirit, lass. With allies like you, how much stronger is our crew? Let us brave the seas together, friend. Now the choice is made. It is time to add your name to our rolls. Make your way to Maelstrom Command back in Limsa. The company you keep. 'Tis on the upper decks. In case you've forgotten, I will send word to our personnel advisor to expect you. The duties of a Maelstrom soldier can be both arduous and challenging, but I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearings sure. We wear the crimson. We ride in crimson. Yes. Yes, indubitably. Hail, adventurer. What business have you at Maelstrom Command? My name is Julia Gabagool. I believe you are expecting me. Julia Capicola? Aye. A recruitment officer sent word of your coming. It should be my honor to induct you into the ranks of the Maelstrom. Now, before I can accept your oath, you must be made aware of several... Sir? What is it, Private? And this had better be important. Sir, we received report from the lookout in Lower Lanosia, sir. Imperial forces have fired upon a high-wind skyways airship. The vessel is in a bad way, sir, and it appears to be banking for an emergency landing in Cedarwood. Cedarwood? Damn it, I have no troops available in that area. The bulk of our infantry is bogged down on the coast, skirmishing with the fishbacks. Capicola, this is highly irregular, but I fear your first duty in service to the Maelstrom must needs be unofficial. If our man in Lower Lanosia is correct, the airship will come down in territory crawling with Imperial scouts. If there are any survivors, we must reach them before the Garleans do. Make haste to Cedarwood, locate the airship, and if any of its occupants are alive, make sure they come to no further harm. We'll see about swearing you in upon your return. But why? We're gonna have to do this thing again when we go to Summerford Farms and run south. This way. I wonder if the Chocobo Keep can take me. No. Never mind. So it'd come out like there, right? But I would have to run through Limsa Lamenza. Who's running? Are they doing the same thing I'm doing? Looks like it. Lord Void. Lord Void. Watch me sprint and catch up. No! I have to kill this Ubu. And I have to come over here and kill this Gubu. And then I have to come over here. And you guessed it. Kill this Gubu. Good night, Gubu. There's a lot in Western. I'm at like a weird level, I think, where like I'm not getting much experience for like any of these things, but I still have to play through the quests, right? Like it feels like I've been level 28 for a long time, and I have been level 820 for a long time, but it's because of this silly little ring. Alright, airship crewman. We're in the middle of a duty. In duty-dee-doos. I broke a stick. Oh, it was a burn. Never mind. An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait. Let's find some cover first. Behind the tree. They'll never find us. Maelstrom Command sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Be at ease, sir. We are of the Maelstrom. You're a Garland Ironworks engineer, yes? One of our lookouts reported the attack on your craft. We're here to rescue you. You must be Capicola. Good work on reaching our friend here before the Imperials. No hard feelings, dog. I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Yeah, I mean, take the peanut, whatever. Scouting party from Castrum Occidens, I'd say. Seems they want your ship engineer. Wedge, you have to help them too. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? Isn't that the new design people have been whispering about? It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland, well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. And she was soaring, she really was. Till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. All right, pay attention. We're going to hit these Imperials hard and fast. If they want a souvenir from Eorzea, they can have a knife in the gut. But they're not getting that ship. Oh, and don't forget to save the Lalafell. Okay, sure, yeah. Last priority, sure, whatever. What say you, Capicola? Ready to give those curs a hiding? Like a tidal wave, lads. Charge! An ambush to arms. There was a healer, but I think I got the healer. Savages, you cannot stand against the might of the Empire. This has gone on long enough. Go, Storm Archer, go. Healer out. I don't know what to type this thing. Seems like it has a decent amount. Sit down. Biggs! Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So how's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications, and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. We'll stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts eventually, but I doubt they'll get here for a good while yet. Capicola, you're free to return to the Maelstrom Command and complete your induction. Ordinarily, I'd ask you to stay, but I think we'd all feel better knowing an adventurer of your ability was safely sworn in and ready for the next mission. Rest assured, I'll inform Command of the part you played today. I just wanted to say sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though, if it hadn't been for you and the Maelstrom lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge? Thank you. We're very grateful. Yeah. Thanks for saying something, Wedge. Much appreciated. Wedge. I wonder if there's a porter here that would make this quicker. We're gonna run over here real quick. The Red Rooster Stead. This farm is cool. This farm is really cool. And they're growing pumpkins. The windmills are cool. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a porter? Yeah. So we can get there from dry docks now. Okay. So now we have a quick way to get here if we ever have to come back. Let's return to Limsa. Pray return to Limsa. Welcome back, Apicola. I just heard the report. You needn't be concerned about the engineers. They completed their return trip without further Imperial interference. I must admit, I had my doubts at first, but it seems the stories about you are true. I look forward to seeing what else you're capable of. After you're properly inducted into the Maelstrom, of course. Now, speaking of your induction. So C swallows all. The personal officer stands ready to complete your induction into the ranks. Let us start afresh, shall we? You are welcome here, Julia Capicola. That such a well-respected adventurer would choose to join our ranks is most heartening. Before you swear your allegiance to us, however, it is only right that I tell you exactly what it is you will be joining. A grand company is more than simply a collection of soldiers. It is an all-encompassing organization which draws upon the resources of an entire city-state to form a unified military force capable of standing against a nation's deadliest enemies. We of the Maelstrom are charged with meeting the threats posed by the Primals in the Garlean Empire and solving the many problems caused by the calamity. Every man and woman who serves under the colors has a role to play in keeping the great warship that is Limsa afloat, and on whatever heading Chief Admiral Merwin Bluefishwin sees fit to set. As part of this grand vessel's crew, you will be expected to take your turn at the oars, For the winds do not look favorable, lass, and strength of arm may be all that sees us safe to port. If I've lost you with the talk of ship and oar, let me put it another way. A Maelstrom soldier labors till her last breath, fights till her last drop of blood. We give our all in service to this nation, and no less is expected of you. Capicola, it is customary for new recruits to swear an oath of their own choosing upon entering the Maelstrom's rank. Is there aught you'd like to say? What skills I have are yours, till sea swallows all. Ah yes, the many and varied skills of the adventurer. I have no doubt that your travels have furnished you with such knowledge as will prove invaluable to our cause. Julia Capicola, I hereby assign you to the rank of Storm Private 3rd Class. You are now officially a soldier of the Maelstrom. Welcome aboard, Private. May you serve Limsa Lominsa well, till sea swallows all. We did it! Ring, ring, ring. Can you hear me, Julia? This is Menphilia. An officer of the Maelstrom contacted me with the news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Capicola. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a woman of the storm, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. No rest for the wicked, eh? Before you make yourself scarce, I recommend having a word with Commander Riki. Might be worth your while. You may now accept the quest My Little Chocobo by speaking with Rashant Riki. This quest must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario. Okay. Storm Private 3rd Class and companies. Well, if it isn't Private Capicola, I must say the tales of your deeds have been an inspiration to the troops. Our duties take us far and wide, and I'll wager you've slogged across quite a few malms of countryside on naught but your own 2 feet. Such a sterling soldier of the Maelstrom deserves her own steed. Let us see about having one issued for you. All you need do is obtain a storm chocobo issuance by exchanging company seals with the quartermaster. Once you have this deed, present it to Freygeim, and she will see you saddled up on one of our trusty birds. $200. I need 200 of them things. Alright, so let's go to this Waking Sands. To the Waking Sands. Welcome back, Julia. Lady Minfilia awaits you within. Yay! 300. That's all I need. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Julia. Now, when we last spoke, I said I wanted you to meet some friends. Did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm Gods, man, spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service. I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions, such as airships, grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we need the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of the Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Minfilia needs you to investigate the sylphs.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Eorzea, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldesion?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like Gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
But they're not like
Offering us an
the
invaluable
Amalj'aa.
opportunity to learn
Like,
what
they're not
the
aggressive.
beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained, until such time as we know. It would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
Yeah.
In short,
Garuda sounds horrible.
it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo.
Yes, that
Winning
means
the
me.
Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us?
Of course,
I am
I'll
grateful.
help you. Of
Lovely.
course.
Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Alright. Ida and Papalimo are my new buds. Right. The Adder's Nest, which is where? Gridania. I need to return. I get my mount. I can get my mount. Boop a doop boop boo boo. So, material from Chocobo Issuance. Now, where do I go? Lower decks, Chocobo Keep. Okay. This way. Hello, I would like a bird. Want a bird issued, you say? Then I'll need to see your Storm Chocobo issuance. Here it is. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your Chocobo. And here he is. The fellow has been in high spirits the past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you'll want to give your noble steed a name. Alright. We are going to name Julia Gabagool's Chocobo will be named Vincenzo. Love that. I dare say he likes his name. Here is your very own Chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it, and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they do have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your Chocobo Rider's license as required by law, and that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your Chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. Use your personal Chocobo whistle, yada yada blah blah blah. Okay. Use. Now I can summon it. Travel. Mount guide. We're gonna put him here. Alright. And then I'm going to teleport to New Gridania. But it appears we will be starting our next kind of investigation over here. Candy lemon. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the Scions once more if we are to... Ah, beg pardons, 'tis a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? I am the Scion. Okay. Alright, we're going to leave off here. So... We figured out what was happening today. We figured out what was happening with the missing, disappearing kidnappings in Camp Drybone area for the Amalj'aa, and we found out why. And we found out that when these people are tempered in order to generate more ether for these primals to live. They become like husks and are unable to be unhusked. So they are put down. We fought the primal Ifrit and underwhelmingly defeated Ifrit. And then we went to all 3 remembrance ceremonies in the city-states and then joined a grand company. And we joined the Maelstrom because we liked the salute, and I refuse to be the Immortal Flames because I just don't like Ul'dah as a city in terms of like principle. So yeah, so we're currently now investigating kind of making some diplomatic relationship with these sylphs in Gridania, so that we can kind of remove one primal from the equation and being afraid of them summoning that primal, because we kind of sense that there's going to be a lot of fighting occurring here in the near future, and every little bit helps, I feel. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you're enjoying yourself, leave a comment or a like or subscribe if you must. You know, all the little YouTubey things, and we'll be back shortly with the next part, and we'll continue on this fun-filled adventure. So you have yourself a wonderful night. Sleep tight, and we'll see you next time. Take care.